My daughter came into my room 3 years ago. I've been doing this since 2009, this talk. She came into my room, and I have a box of stuff. She likes to dig through pictures. She pulled this out. She said, "Is this you and Mom?" "Yeah, it is. It's laminated." And I said, "You know who put that in the newspaper?" I said, "My mother, your grandmother." She never met her, right? So I tell her stories. And I turned it over. Now it's laminated. Now what are the odds that my mom called a secular newspaper in 1999, say, "I'm putting my son's wedding picture, even though he's getting married outside the church in there. But I want to make sure, secular newspaper, that on the back of it, it says Catholics come home." I about fell over. Fell over. So now when my daughter brings me stuff, I stop everything. I'm like, "What's my message? Talk to me, Mom." My mom is here right now, which she is, I'm sure. She wrote me letters all the time. I don't know if I ever read them. Maybe you can relate. I kind of skimmed them. I'd be getting ready to go to a rave party, and my mom sent another letter. When she died, I went to my dad's house, and she had started putting letters on a word processor or whatever, because she couldn't write it as good anymore. And so she had a floppy disk. You remember the floppy disk? And I went there and I got that, and I said, I saw all these letters. So any letter I could get that I found, I put together. And in my house, I have a book called Letters from Mom. But in 1999, I read this in 2009. We started this because of a book called Reason to Believe. My wife said, "Let's call it You Shall Believe." Good enough? All I wanted her to do was tell the story. And then I read this letter from my mom in 1999. She said, "If you can't find a Catholic church that has adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, go to weekday Mass. Spend some time afterwards with your readings, your prayers, your silence. Don't receive the Eucharist unless you really believe it's the body of Christ, unless you go to confession." That's my entire message summed up from my mom. And I never heard of adoration. I never started until I went to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, and I read a book that Jesus gave to Catalina called In Adoration. I dare you to read that book. In Adoration. And it's on my website, You Shall Believe. You get it for free. And then I heard about this. Mother Teresa, St. Teresa of Calcutta, was asked, "What would it take to end abortion in America?" She didn't even flinch. She said, "If every parish in the United States offered 3 hours of Eucharistic adoration each day, abortion would end." And then she said, "If people spend an hour a week in adoration, abortion would end."